No, 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 no. I know I did it. I know. Like the lowercase. No, 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 no. I know I started the bit at the membership stream. No, 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 no. No. I changed my mind. It's not good. Don't. Because if it's like in all caps, like, he hates us, I laugh. But if it's like lowercase with a period at the end, I was like, oh shit, they actually think I hate them. No, 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 no. And I cursed. Nikki, thank you so much for the 5 gifted memberships. Thank you. Pat Ware, thank you very much for the 5 gifted memberships. Okay. I He loathes us. No. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Once again, it is I, Vesper Noir, the resident scholar of the Adventures Guild Tempus and a member of HOLOSTARS English. We're doing a Zatsudan. A little bit of a theme today. I want to do like a... I'm like slowly chipping away at the stuff that I need. Venice, hello. Good morning. Dark Hand is 0. Thank you very much for the super chat. Wishing I was fishing? Yeah. Today, I'm going to buy a new set of gear for a very specific type of fishing. And then I was thinking maybe Monday, Tuesday, I could go fishing. Because it's... apparently, it's like Golden Week. I know a little bit about Golden Week because I'm a weeb and I watch anime, right? But now, like, I actually know about Golden Week because I know people that live in Japan, people that I work with that are like, hey, Vest, no meetings this week because of Golden Week. And I was like, what the fuck is Golden Week? And they're like, yeah, like for like one whole week, nobody in Japan works. And they're just like gone, right? So yeah. It's like 5 national holidays in a row or something like that in Japan. They just made up like a bunch of BS like national holidays, and then like nobody in Japan has to work. They just like leave, right? So because I have no meetings on Monday and Tuesday, I was thinking like, why don't I go fishing, right? Why don't I go fishing? And then maybe Wednesday for the Zatsudan, I could report in and be like, hey, your grandpa is like a mid-fisherman, a mid-angler. He didn't catch nothing, right? No, not dynamite fishing. Although that does sound pretty great. Mr. V, thank you so much for the super chat. Ghost so fierce spearfishing? No. I do want to spearfish, but that's not what I'm gonna do. I want to do something a little bit more like relaxing. No. I'll tell you what it is. Bunny, thank you so much for the super chat. Fishing gear funds, thank you. I mean, I'm buying it right now, so like you could just imagine it, right? That's the one. A little bit of a delay. Balthazar 1990, thank you very much for the super chat. Can I get a happy birthday? Yo, happy birthday! Balthazar 1990. If 1990 is the year that you were born, maybe you don't want people to know how old you are, but happy birthday. Does anyone else do that? If you see someone on the internet with like a number at the end, and you just imagine like what's your age? I do that a lot. Nikki, thank you so much for the super chat. For fishing. Oe, thank you very much for the super chat. The mind of the fish is unknowable, whose dead-eye stare gives the impression of an unearthly knowledge that would break lesser beings, saved by the simplicity of their minds. I kind of think fish are like cute. You guys like, here's what I'm talking. I like how their eyes kind of like pop out, and I like how their mouths are like always opening and closing, right? I don't know. Yeah. Stacy, thank you for the super chat. No. The bit is fine. I got used to the he hates this bit because that was like, oh no. But now I know that you guys are just clowning, right? takes a while for me to get. And I caught one this big, besties. I had an idea, right? So I know I shouldn't tell you, like, I probably shouldn't take a picture of the fish I catch, because you can isolate like area down to like a pretty small area depending on the fish, right? But I was thinking if I catch something that I could keep, I would cook it and then I would show you the cooked fish, right? I would show you the cooked fish. Yeah. Something like that. Okay. Let's jump into it. Luna Straya, thank you very much for the super chat. Did Magnation infect Vesper's fishing week? Are we gonna get a fishing week? So the thing is, like, I still practice golf. I go to the range and I hit a few dingers, right? I still bike once or twice a week, but I haven't gone fishing in over a year. I just don't fish enough, and that's one of my 3 hobbies, right? So I just kind of wanted to, and I'm not gonna lie, I've been watching Des play fishing games. I kind of want to get into it, right? Golf, the boomerism is real. Yeah. Are you a big fish eater though? I think fish is, how do I describe it? Not clean. I think fish is the most efficient way to eat protein, right? It's like the cleanest damn protein you're ever gonna eat. I do like fish. It's really good. It's just like pure protein. Yeah, it's good. Do I have a favorite seafood? Let's see. Do I have a favorite fish? There's a lot of like issues with it regarding like I mean, I could go for hours about like fishing and like the environment and stuff like that, right? I don't really eat it that much anymore because of like issues, but you know, halibut is like probably my favorite meat. If I could just eat any, if I could like Thanos snap like any meat onto my plate, halibut is like really good. Yeah, but I don't really eat it that much anymore because, yeah. Halibut is not a schooling fish. Let's just talk about it a little bit, right? You know what a schoolie is? A schooling fish? Like they're like in big giant piles and they swim around, and then you could dredge, like net them, right? Halibut is not a schooling fish. Halibut is a giant flat. They can get big too. A halibut can get like hundreds of pounds, like an 800-pound fish, right? Halibut are like gigantic, right? They're a flat fish and they're ambush predators. They lie on the floor of the sea, and then when something swims above them, they like, gotcha, bitch, and then they eat them, right? So you can't net a halibut, right? You can't net them. I've went halibut fishing once with my uncle, but we didn't catch anything. Mega Slayer, they're tuna-sized fish, but tuna are schooling fish. Halibut and flounder are like, they look similar, but they're different. They're different. In general, halibut tend to be bigger, and then I think like the eye is on the reverse side or something. That might be a myth, actually. Like an old timer once told me that like you know, like halibut and flounder, like when they're like tiny little babies, they look like normal fish, right? And then like they go horizontal, they get rotated, and then like both of the eyes like flip onto like one side, right? And like halibut chooses one side, and then flounder chooses the other side. Yeah. Anyway, the issue with halibut is that like if you're a big company and you're like, we want to sell halibut, that's our business, right? You can't just hire like a gajillion fishermen to go out there and like catch a halibut one by one. So what they do is like up in the northern sea, they get like gigantic lines, right? Like huge lines, like that are weighted, and then they hook it with bait, and then they just like drop it down there, and it like it's like indiscriminate. Like it's just like they just drag it down there, and then it's just it's not good. There's a lot of issues with like that method of like fishing, and it's like it's the equivalent of trot lines. Do you know what a trot line is? They're basically doing corporate trot lining, and if it's illegal for me, it should be illegal for that mother clucker. You know what I'm talking about? I don't think like big companies should get a pass if I can't do it, because I would trot line if I could. But it's also like really bad for the environment. Yeah. The halibut is a damn fine fish. It tastes really good. Okay. Exactly, right? The red snapper limit in Texas, like it's like, come on, man. Come on. Why are you gonna let like a fleet of fishing boats like absolutely deplete the stock, and like I can't go out there. I'm just a little guy. I'm like one dude. I'll take like 5 fish a year and I'll like be happy. Why you gotta, I don't know. Can you fish with us? If I ever get like reliable satellite internet, I would love to do like a fishing stream. He trot lines us. I am casual breed. I'm playing dredge tomorrow, and I'm excited for it. Because if they let one little guy do it, they got let all the little guys do it. It's true. It's true. Okay, let's talk about like what type of fishing I want to do. I'll give you this, all right? First of all, I have like a decent largemouth bass like fishing set. I've got all of my like lures and stuff like that, and I've got the right hooks. I've got like wacky worms and stuff like that. I've got pretty good setup. I've got a pretty good setup. I don't need that. I'm gonna go pier fishing. So I'll give you like a run through of like what I do when I pier fish, and then what type of, you don't know what a wacky worm is? It's like a plastic worm, and it's like a wiggly boy, and it comes in like a bunch of different colors. My favorite is chartreuse. I like a chartreuse worm when I'm fishing for bass. A wiggly boy, yeah. So a Haribo. A pier is like not a dock, but it's like a bridge that goes to nowhere. It just like goes straight out into the ocean, and then it ends, and it looks like a bridge. That's a pier. A wharf, similar. Oh no, Rouges do it from behind with the Rouge icon from World of Warcraft. Hey Noah G, are you familiar with Hypnospace Outlaw? No. It'd be a game right up your alley, since it's based on 90s internet culture. Perms wouldn't be an issue if you wanted to stream it. Perms would not be an issue? Tell me more. Rouge. My darling grandchild. Rouge, tell me how long it takes to beat that game. Rouge, tell me how long it takes to beat that game. 10 hours, 10 to 12. I gotta hear it from Rouge's mouth, right? 8 to 10, 12. Rouge, come back. Maybe 8 to 12. Okay, all right. You know what? I'm gonna double check. Maybe next week. I don't know. Maybe next week. Who knows? You should be studying. Thank you for the super chat. The thing you mentioned about Halibut's eyes are actually true. Okay. I've had multiple times I've learned something from somebody that I was talking to, right? And it ended up not being like entirely correct. So now I'm always ready to be corrected, right? I'm always ready to be corrected. It's good to know though, that the old timer that taught me that is like correct. Dino J, thank you very much for the super chat. My favorite is fried mullet, a net caught bait fish. I've only eaten it in parts of the panhandle because it doesn't transport well. But it's a shame because it's so good. Interesting. It's a net caught bait fish. Do you like hard fry it and then eat it whole? Interesting. Well, you know what I've always wanted to eat, but I've never gotten around to it? Well, also because location, like I've never really lived in an area where I could eat it. I love watching videos of like, I think I've mentioned this before. There's a dude that I like to watch. His name is Mav on YouTube. He's like this like wholesome dude that lives in like the north, right? And then he does like camping and like ice fishing. The truck camper dude. Yeah, I love that guy. Every winter he goes like walleye fishing, right? I want to go like walleye fishing, which is why like the thumbnail reminded me of Mav, and I was just like, oh man, I want to go fishing. Yeah. Okay. What's today's tea? Just my daily drinker green oolong. Machine picked, machine rolled. Very cost effective. Yeah. Thank you for asking. Canadians call it pickerel. Pickerel, it sounds delicious, but I don't know what it tastes like because I've never had it before. What's your favorite fish to eat? K, halibut. Although I don't really eat it that much because there's like issues with the way that it's like farmed. You can't farm it either. You can't farm halibut. Claw Tiger, thank you very much for the super chat. Fishing on the Great Lakes is limited to 2 fishing poles per person. Dad took us little kids on the boat for the extra bodies, right? Technically legal is the best kind of legal. You can take that from your crazy old grandpa Vesper Noir. Technically legal is the best type of legal. Stacy, thank you for the super chat once again. Just seconding Hypnospace Outlaw. It's a very you game. There's a sequel coming out this year. All right. I need to like, I have to like make entirely sure that it's okay, right? But if it's okay, I guarantee you I will play it. All right. Okay. Dawn, thank you very much for the super chat. Good morning, Vest. My week has been rough, but I appreciate the stream today. Chills outs are always nice. On a side note, I started playing Touhou 6 yesterday. Good old Touhou. I was wondering if you've tried Touhou before. Okay, I tried. I had not a roommate, but a college friend that was very deep into it, right? But it requires too much like you know the joke like skill issue? Actually skill issue. Actually skill issue. You've watched me play like a shooter game, right? I could barely Maji easy mode. It's like a difficult game. It's a really hard game. Yeah. It's like actually like Kiboy. Here's the thing. I could see why it's like a legendary, like godly game, right? But like the same way that like I could never be a pro at Counter-Strike or Valorant or Quake or anything like that, right? Touhou is like similarly like on that vein. Like it requires like a base level of skill, right? It requires like a base level of skill It requires you to be young. I don't know. I know some. There's probably some old timers that are cracked at Toho, right? I don't even know if we have permissions to play that. I don't think I've ever seen anybody play Toho on stream. Skill issue the game. Ah, delicious. I'm ready. I'm kind of like ready to like jump straight into it. Should be okay. You can never tell for sure though, right? Between like you know, you can never tell. I think it's not even between like divisions or departments or whatever. It's even like within like Tempus. Sometimes some of us get like permission, usually like related to like sponsorship, but like sometimes even within our like in Tempest, like some people can play something, some people can't, right? But like if you've seen like multiple people play it, then pretty good chance, right? Anyway, who's your favorite Toho and why is it Yuka? I don't know enough about Toho to give you like my favorite. I like the one with knives. She's like a maid, and I think I've been told that like she's like the only human in the entire series. Sakuya might be my favorite. Yeah. I like her knives. Her knives are like pretty cute. That's a funny way to, all right, I know who Cerno is. The genius, right? I know who that is. Cerno, I don't know how to say her name. I like the knife maid. Sakuya is a maid, not a human. There's about 10 humans, if I recall correctly. She's one of the few protagonists. Oh, okay. What tackle are you looking at? Yes, sir. Thank you for bringing me back on topic. Let me say thank you to these super chats, and then we'll jump right back into the fishing topic, right? Shats Bassoon, thank you very much for the super chat. Your VOD's been keeping my sanity on the third shift, watching your WoW Wednesdays. We're gonna keep playing WoW Wednesdays until the last boy doesn't want to play anymore, and it ain't gonna be me, all right? It ain't gonna be me. It's between me and Bettle, I think. Like, who's gonna like tap out first, but it ain't gonna be me, so it's gonna be Bettle. And then even when I'm alone, I might still continue to play it with the Tempera, right? Because I got the Tempera, right? We have like issues with like favoritism, but I think as long as I don't join the guild and I'm like on my lonesome, like it should be okay. Shiki, thank you very much for the super chat. Remember, I said play Toho on normal difficulty at the meet and greet, and you said I was the top percentile of gamers, which gave me confidence. I think if you play Toho regularly and you can like beat, not a campaign, you know what it's called. Like if you could beat an entire Toho game, you're probably like in the top 1% of all gamers in terms of like skill. That's not me. I might be in the 50th percentile. Like, absolutely average. Including children. Including, like, literal children. I'm like... Wacky Warrior, thank you very much for the super chat. Gonna play D&D later, so thanks for the chill Zatsu. We're gonna have to... Mabufa, an air elemental, is a quest for a wizard at level 4. Air elementals are tough. Elementals are tough. I'm not going to tell you anything about like the mechanics of an elemental, but I hope you guys are prepared. They got some stuff going on them. Okay. Sushi, thank you so much for the Akasupa. Thank you. Hey Gramps, I turn 28 tomorrow. Sending this early since I don't want to bother you with gaming streams. Please grab a drink for me. P.S. With all the life knowledge you know now, what could you tell a 28-year-old season 1 self person if you have a chance? Know your worth. Which is like, even if you don't feel it, like you have to outwardly act like you think that you're worth a lot, and people can't just like gain access to you without like proving themselves, right? Even if you don't feel it, you cannot display it. It's like I'm gonna say thank you to someone real quick, and then we'll go back to Sushi's their question, right? Crapworks, thank you very much for the super chat. It's been a rough week. Went through 3 tornadoes, man. Tigers on meth, right? 2 power outages. All's chill now. Keep up the good work. Thank you. Please stay safe, buddy. Tornadoes are like no joke. Saku, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. Rocks Freeze, thank you very much for the super chat. Go and play WoW with the Temperas. It's so hilarious. I like it. It's good. Okay, back to Sushi, right? My favorite scene in The Godfather is one where like they're like Vito, who is like the Godfather, right? And his son, Sonny. Vito and Sonny are like going to a meeting with like a rival gangster, right? And then Vito, who's the Godfather and the leader of the Corleone family, is like, no deal. And then his son, Sonny, is like, hey, wait a second, let's listen to him for a little bit. Let's listen to that scene, right? Let's listen to his offer, right? And then Vito and Sonny leave that meeting, and then Vito turns to Sonny and he's like, listen to me. You never take sides against a family in front of outsiders ever again. You can disagree with me, but you have to tell me in private. Don't ever disagree with me in front of outsiders ever again, right? You can disagree with me, just not in front of other people. You tell me your reservations like in private, and then we can discuss it like men, right? So if you display the fact that like you have low self-esteem to other people, you're basically taking sides against yourself to outsiders, right? Like fuck outsiders. They don't get to see your weakness, right? Yeah. So even if you don't feel that great about yourself, and I can understand that. I got self-esteem issues too, right? I'm not gonna let like anybody push me around. It's just not gonna happen. I'm not gonna let like outsiders push me around because like screw them, right? Yeah. I think also if you do that long enough, eventually your self-esteem will get a little bit better, right? Because you're an awesome person and other people should know that. Yeah. That's all I'm going to say about that. Usually low self-esteem is related to like people that want to sell you shit. Want your self-esteem to be low. Maybe that's why I'm buying like fishing gear. I don't know. Okay. Let's move on. Okay. I want to go pier fishing, which requires 2 fishing rods, right? I have so basically I want to go pier fishing because I want to relax, right? I don't want active fishing, which is like active fishing is where like you throw out a fish, like a lure, and then you retrieve it, which is like you very slowly like reel it back, and then like the lure like moves and jiggles out in the water, and it like simulates a bait fish, and then the fish will come and eat it, but it requires you to constantly be casting and reeling, right? So what I want to do, this is what I want to do. I want to go out there, I want to throw bait out there and then like leave it soaking water, and then I want to sit down and drink beer. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring like my Yeti, and I'm just going to be like drinking beer. ABC, always be casting. No, not this time. So this is why I need two rods, right? I found that like if you're soaking bait like that, I want to buy like a luxury item just because I feel like treating myself. Do you guys know what a sabiki rod is? Do you know what a sabiki rod is? I want to buy myself a sabiki rod for fishing up bait fish. Okay. A sabiki rig is a Japanese invention, I think. It's a Japanese invention. like a fishing invention. So what it is a sabiki rig is usually about like a 5 to 6 foot long piece of fishing line, and it's got like at minimum like 4 to 5 hooks, but up to 10, right? Tiny little hooks like all down the line, right? And then usually there's a little piece of like shiny plastic at the end of the hook, right? Bunch of tiny little hooks, right? And then you attach like maybe like a 1 ounce weight to the bottom of it, right? And then you drop that straight down the pier, and then you jig it like up and down, right? Exactly. It's a bait catching setup. So you take like a 1 ounce weight at the very bottom of it, and then there's a bunch of like tiny little hooks that go up the line, and then you drop it straight down the pier, and then you jig it, and then like tiny little fish, like 3 to 4 inch fish will bite on it, and then like you lift it up, and then like you have a bucket, and then you put the little fish in there, and you have live bait. Yeah. So the downside of a sabiki rig is they get tangly really easy. It's very annoying. Like basically every time I go out there, I have to buy a new sabiki rig because it gets like tangled really easily, right? This is what a sabiki rod is. It's a hollow rod. It's very thin and hollow, and the sabiki rig goes into the rod like when you reel it up. And it typically costs around like about $100 the last time I looked at it. I couldn't justify it the last time because it's too expensive just for like, yeah. Kid, I used to rig my own, but now I'm so lazy. I just buy like the pre-rigged stuff. It's just easier. Yeah. A sabiki rig is so cheap now. You used to not be able to find them in any like tackle shop, right? So you had to make your own. And I used to make my own back in the day, but like I go to the tackle shop to buy like, I don't know, bait or like extra hooks because my hooks are all rusty and stuff like that. And then I see a sabiki rig for like $4, and it's like, it's $4. My time is worth more than I just buy like 2 of them and then I go out there. Yeah. Anyway, can you install fans on your fishing rods like a computer? You gotta keep the memory controller cool, right? You have a favorite spinner? That's a tough call. I do like a classic spoon, like a Castmaster. My favorite spinning lure is like a Castmaster that I've had for like 15, 20 years. A Castmaster, they're good. I've never had to replace it. Like I've never lost it. What's your favorite fish to eat? To eat, definitely halibut. I'm also partial to... Do you know what a fluke is? Fluke is good. Pompano is okay. I've never had walleye, but I'm interested in trying it out. Yeah. Fluke is a flounder. It's a type of flounder. Yeah. Oh, the rainbow trout? That's the flavor right there. It's good. But I like river trout. I'm not a huge fan of lake trout. Lake trout is like kind of like, it's kind of like, the meat is kind of like, I don't know how to describe it, like mushy, right? Like lake trout meat is a little bit mushier than river trout. River trout is like a firm like delicious meat, right? Gator. I've had gator. It's okay. It's okay. It's pretty good. Gator ain't bad. It's pretty good. Forgiven procrastination. Thank you very much for the super chat. Hello, our beloved grandpa. Next week I travel to another province alone for the first time. This will be nervously exciting. Good luck. I hope you stay safe. I know you will. I know you will. And I hope you have a good time. That's the most important part. Have a good time. I like catfish nuggets. I like catfish nuggets. Pretty good. Umi Pun Pun, thank you very much for the super chat. I'm currently trespassing some property, doing some bass fishing. I checked my phone and saw your stream. There's some fishing gear funds. Cheers and hope you don't get caught. Don't get caught. Don't get caught. I am contractually obligated to tell all vesties never to break the law, but don't get caught. Don't get caught. Okay, so I want a sabiki rod. I have reels that I could put onto it. You could use a normal spinning reel and put it onto a sabiki rod. That's whatever, right? And then I want a new surf rod, like a surf class rod, because you could pier fish with the surf rod. You could surf fish with the surf rod. I feel like the surf gear is like pretty good for like pier fishing, right? Anything after "but" is the real message. I don't know what you're talking about. I wouldn't know anything about that. What weight will you be throwing? I'm thinking like max 2 ounce. I don't want to go any heavier than that. I typically want my live bait to like move around a little bit with the surf. Do you guys do that too? If it's too heavy, yeah, it's pretty light for like a surf rod and a pier rod, right? Because like the tide is definitely gonna move that bad boy along. But I kind of like a little bit of movement, not too much. If it's 1 ounce, it's gonna move too much, right? And it might get caught up in someone else's line. But I want a little bit of movement back and forth, and then I find that, yeah. I grew up eating a lot of sea bass because my grandpa used to fish a lot. The best part to eat is the cheek. The cheek meat is delicious. If you stew a fish whole, the cheek meat just like falls off the fish, and it's like incredibly tender and flavorful, right? Yeah. I love stewing fish. Stewing fish is like one of the best ways to eat it. It's good. You stew that bad boy. I'm reminded of that, like, that Arrested Development. Baby, you've got to stew. That's one. Is it Carl Weathers? Whoa. You gonna throw that bone away? No. You wrap it up, take it home, cut up some vegetables. Baby, you got to stew. Baby, you got a stew going. I have eaten fish eyes. I don't regularly eat fish eyes, but I have eaten it for a very specific reason, because my brain is buttery smooth and I'm very impressionable. Do you guys ever watch Waterworld? You guys ever watch Waterworld? There's like a scene where they're eating fish eyes, and it's like, I gotta try that now. And then I ate it, and I was like, it's not bad, but I don't think I'll do it again. It's actually pretty good. Hey, Andy, you can't knock it till you try it. It's pretty good. I think my issue with that is that I very rarely like have a chance to eat the whole fish. I tend to fillet my fish. I've been on like a fillet kick. So like I very rarely get the chance to. Have you eaten balut? I've never eaten it, but I've seen it before. I've never eaten it, but I've seen it before. I would eat it. I would. No, not balut. Taco, thank you very much for the super chat. I'm going deep sea fishing next weekend next year. Yo, 42nd birthday, hell yeah. This is a perfect stream for planning it. All right. Are you gonna get like a deep sea rod, like a casting rod? Like a casting reel? The type that you have to use your thumb and keep a hold on it? I had a Tiagra like casting reel, which is pretty expensive, but I think it's outdated. I haven't used it in like multiple years. A conventional reel. Yeah. A casting reel is different. You also use your thumb for a casting reel, but it's for like fishing. It's for freshwater, right? Conventional is like saltwater. I remember now. Okay. Your soul is mine? What? Joke's on you. I am now aware that I have a soul. Ha 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 ha. You want this boy's soul? You have to pay the toll. You have to pay the toll. That is parasocial. I want like so if you're going deep sea fishing, typically you should get like a shorter rod, right? And it should be like you should be able to like fight a pretty big fish with it. That's not what I'm gonna buy today, but I would like to buy another like decent deep sea like set, right? Adorian Seeker, thank you very much for the super chat. Is today's fish trout a la creme? Yes. Enjoy. Bon appetit. Creative Burst, thank you very much for the super chat. I have great shame I'm Alaskan and I don't like seafood. Salmon is just meh to me. That is like big sedge. Cause like the best seafood comes out of Alaska. No joke. No joke. I vacation in Alaska because I got family that lives up there. And like Alaska has the best it's the best seafood. It's so good. Crab, halibut. Everything there is so good. The salmon is good. It's all good. I don't like fish either, just don't have the taste for it. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. Definitely, I think... Okay. I think... There's like a window, right? Like there are very few like children like fish, right? And then there's like a window where like you can try it for the first time and like it, and it's usually when you're like a teenager, right? There's like a tiny like 3-year window for every person when they're a teenager where they could try it for the first time and then like it. And if you miss that window as an adult, you won't like it because you're just like your brain is just like, that's not food. So that's not your fault if you don't like fish. I think there was like a window where you could have tried it and like you just, maybe you were busy, maybe like there was like a life reason why you didn't have the time to like try it. Maybe like it was too expensive, right? Yeah. Pesadilla, thank you very much for the super chat. Hello Vesper, do you have a favorite flower? The Camellia sinensis is my favorite flower. Camellia sinensis is I think it's a scientific name, right? It's the scientific name of the plant, but camellias are my favorite. Yeah. Anyway. Okay. So I want like a surf rod. I'm thinking like a heavy rod, medium heavy to heavy. Medium heavy to heavy. I want it to be able to throw out 2 ounces safely. But I'm not going to be throwing it that far out. Although pier fishing, you kind of... So, all right. Can I talk about like pier fishing? Like the #1 mistake that people make when they go out pier fishing? They try to cast it too far out. You guys know what I'm talking about? The pier itself in the water is structure. And fish like structure. Fish love structure, right? So if you cast it too far out, you're casting out to like the no man's land. Just like sand. And there's like nothing out there, right? So you want to like cast it, either drop it straight down or keep it like just a little bit out there, right? Just a little bit, just like a hint. And you'll catch more fish. Yeah. Structure is good. If you're trying to catch bigger fish, you can cast a little bit further out, right? A little bit further out, because that's where the big fish are like waiting for the tiny fish to leave their home, right? The pier, and then boom, they eat them. You cast it far, you're hunting for the big ones, yeah. Because the big ones can't go too close to structure, but they're like waiting for the small fish to like wander out. Don't cast too far out. Don't try to cast like 100 yards out there, which is like very few people can cast out. You know what I mean? Like, don't try to do like long distance casting if you're pier fishing. Just a little bit, I wrestle all of my fish into submission? What? Do you know what a Mekong catfish is? It's like a dream fish for me. I want to catch a Mekong catfish. Eugeo, thank you very much for the super chat. Visiting home in June, gotta get shwasted on the world's longest man-made fishing pier. Today I learned spearfishing is illegal, but it says nothing about dynamite, so it's probably okay in Texas. It's just maximum efficiency, right? It's just maximum efficiency. If you try to noodle a Mekong catfish, you're gonna get eaten. If you try to noodle a Mekong catfish, it's just gonna eat you. You're just gonna get eaten. Like your legs will be sticking out of its mouth. Sounds like a skill issue. Oh, I love this name. Here we go. Are you ready? Diro El Slo Gwengar Molo Victor Duendis. Thank you very much for the super chat. You got pretty close with my made up name. Diro Elslo Gwengar. Gwengar. My bad. Also, the only fish I've ever been able to catch with rod are perch. Perch are delicious. Yo, you catch perch, you clean it real nice, you add a little bit of breading, and then you get a pan, and then you fill it with too much oil. The trick is too much oil. You fill it with too much oil. Like, you look at it, you're pouring it, and you're like, that might be too much. Not yet. That's too much. As soon as your brain is like, that is definitely too much. You can't be, that might be too much. Not enough yet, right? You have to be like, that's definitely too much. And then you stop pouring oil, and then you throw the perch in there. Delicious. You could just like eat it whole. It's delicious. Pickerel are good too. Pickerel. Is that what walleye are called in Canada? What do Canadians call walleye? Somebody told me, but I forgot. Shit. That's a pike. You know, I've had pike and I found it to be like kind of fishy. I don't think I've ever caught a pike myself. I don't think I've ever caught one. You know what's actually pretty good? Can I talk about it? Fuck it, I'll talk about it. I'm not breaking any laws. It's an invasive species and you should kill it on sight. You know what a snakehead is? Snakehead is like freaking delicious. It's one of the most delicious fish I've ever had. It's like 10 out of 10. Snakehead is like absolutely delicious and you should not let it go at any size. If you find it, just kill it and eat it. Yep, it's the walking fish. Do you know what? Do you know what that mother clucker does? A snakehead can jump out of the water and flop to a new like lake. They can actually do that. They can and do that. They wiggle over to a new lake. They're a bunch of wiggly boys. Yeah. Henry Banner Stark, thank you very much for the super chat. Hi Vesper, love your streams. Question, if you're a fish, what fish would you be? This is an incredible question. Let me think about that. What fish would I be if I could be any fish? Clownfish? I'm being roasted. I'm being attacked by Nuku Bunny. Nuku Bunny, you're roasting me. Clownfish? How dare you? How dare you? If I could be any fish. If I could be any fish. The swordfish? No. Let me think about that. I would be a mahi-mahi. Coelacanth is up there too. That's the original one that I thought of. I would be a mahi-mahi because I think they look cool and I like the color. I would probably get caught and eaten. I think they look cool, and the color is cool. Yeah. Sirloin steak, thank you very much for the super chat. If you're trapped on a deserted island with us, would you eat us? I volunteer as tribute. Okay. I've actually thought about this a lot, right? I do think, because it's a really difficult thing to think about, right? I wouldn't eat people for fun. That's just, I find it disgusting, reprehensible, right? But have you ever been in a, not in a starvation situation, but like, have you ever like not eaten for like a week? I've gone close to a week without eating, and like your brain just shuts down. You'll eat anything. It's like not a good, it's not a pleasant feeling. Yeah. I think I would, honestly. I could be put into a situation where like I would have to, I would. My will to live is too high. He eats us. I'm not tasty. Give me a few hours. Kimberly, like you're just built different. You're like on a higher plane of existence than the rest of us. That's incredible. Shadow Skippy, thank you very much for the super chat. So I had my D&D game today. Now don't think too hard about this and chalk it up to some homebrew, but one of my players used Dimension Door to one-hit KO a queen spider. He also ended up 1 HP, level exhaustion, and 2 kilometers away from the party. How did he do that? How does Dimension Door end you 2 kilometers away from the party? Interesting. I mean, rule of cool, right? Rule of cool. Rule of cool. Outrun the wind. Thank you very much for the super chat. Be an oarfish so you could be a long, long man. A long boy. Vesper's Toast Jam Sandwich, thank you for the super chat. Woo! Hey Vesper, I think I like the idea of fishing, but I've never really tried it. How would you recommend someone who's brand new to fishing get into fishing? I have no idea where to start. Okay. I would strongly suggest finding like a relative or a friend that does fish and ask them to take you out fishing. But I understand that like not a lot of people have that option, but like that would be the #1 thing. Like find a friend or a relative that is experienced and then have them take you out fishing. Also need a place to fish, which is yeah. I do think that like the most important thing is to understand that like even the best fisherman, the best angler in the world, well it's called getting skunked, right? Even like a cracked 10 out of 10 like professional angler will get skunked now and again. It's not about catching the fish. It's about like just getting out there. All right, so fishing is like good because if you're doing nothing, other fishermen will walk by and be like, "Damn, that person is cracked at fishing," right? In what other like hobby or profession can you do nothing and be called like a pro, right? Saku, thank you for the super chat. Don't worry about me. I'm doing good. Phalanx, thank you very much for the super chat. Good morning. If you could only use one lure for the rest of your life, what would it be? I mean, it depends, right? If we're talking about saltwater fishing, which is what we're talking about right now, the diamond jig. The diamond jig is like an ancient lure. I think like the Egyptians were using diamond lures, right? Diamond jigs. It's like so simple and it just works, right? Just use a diamond jig. Every tackle box for fishing should use a diamond jig. You should have like a couple of them. A DJ. No name, thank you very much for the super chat. Professional procrastination competition. Basically. Any other hobby? This man drank 14 beers. He's a total mess. Fishing is a hobby. Look at this absolute unit. Fishing like a freaking god. 14 beers. Exactly, right? Okay. Okay. My dad always says that the worst day of fishing is still better than the best day at work. I would be inclined to agree with you, but I do think like the best day I've ever had at this job might be better than the best day I've ever had fishing. Wasting my life is a hobby, kind of. It like lets you think, right? I'm not just like zoning out. I'm thinking about stuff, right? I'm thinking about stuff. Tsukiko, hello. Welcome back. Welcome back. Okay, okay. So I want a surf rod, maybe 7 to 8 feet long, medium heavy to heavy action. I want like a 5,000 class reel. It's got to be Shimano, right? I think a fiber will do me good for pier fishing. What do you guys think? Told the guild leader I was heading to the Bang. Just didn't tell him which one. Yo, Yaz, can I be real? Yaz, I would love to own a boat. That's like actually kind of a dream. If I could get satellite internet that I could stream from, I think I would like live on a boat and like be like a fisherman, like the old man of the sea. And then like I would disappear, like trying to go to that one. I would disappear trying to go to that one island that's not in Antarctica, but it's like off the coast of Antarctica, and it's the most remote island in the world. How well do you handle seasickness though? I don't think I've ever gotten seasick. I've heard another truthism from like an old timer about seasickness, right? I've heard that people that get seasick have very, very good like hand-eye coordination, and the rocking of the boat is enough for them to like, it throws them off, right? I've heard that if you get seasickness, it's because your brain has like a very good, like a very fine-tuned sense of like balance and like where your body should be relative to like what you're seeing. And you start to get seasick when like that's off, right? I've never gotten seasick because I don't think I have a very good hand-eye coordination. Your brain thinks that you're drunk, basically. Like when you're like rocking like that, like your brain thinks like you're drunk, idiot, and then it makes you sick because you're drunk, right? I've heard that. I don't know if it's true or not. It might be a truthism. I only get seasick while hungry? What the heck? Getting drunk sounds like a skill issue? That's my secret. I'm always drunk. Sounds like copium to me, but I never get seasick. I get plane and motion sickness, but never seasick. I've never gotten plane sick either. Air sick? It's just hunger. I never get motion sick in cars. Yeah. I think it kind of tracks because my brother has exceptionally good hand-eye coordination. Country music legend Jimmy Noir has like exceptional like hand-eye coordination, and he gets car sick very easily if he's not the one driving. And he can't really get onto a boat because he gets like seasick. He does. And then I never ever get seasick or airsick. And then yeah. I only get car sick if I'm reading in a car. The Jimmy Noir, yeah. Country music legend Jimmy Noir. It doesn't matter how good you are at driving. Like, if he's in the passenger side with you, like, he'll get sick. He will. Yeah. Anyway. Any experienced pier fishermen? Give me your best take. Give me your expert opinion on like what size reel I should get for a surf rod that I'm mostly going to be using on the pier. Probably not surf fishing that much. If it was like a full-on surf fishing rod, it would have to be like an 8-footer, right? Like a long boy. You basically need to get above the crest of the highest wave of the surf coming in order to get like good distance out of it, right? But I don't want like an 8-foot. I don't want an 8.5 footer. I don't want like a 9-foot surf fishing rod. I want like a 7-footer, 7.5, something like that. I mostly do surf fishing, so I can't really say. Based. Surf fishing is like the freest type of fishing, right? Because pier fishing, you could run out of space. There's just like too many people out there. But surf fishing, you just grab your surf rod and then go walking, right? Yeah. The 10 to 15 footers, like the really long boys, they're probably fishing for shark. Yeah, I think a 4,000 or 5,000. Yeah. I'm thinking a 5er, but I tend to go big because of my monkey brain. My monkey brain is just like, just go big. Fishing is overpowered in Zomboid. Kinda, yeah. It's like, for me, if I find like, because fishing tackle is like incredible, right? Fishing tackle is great. If I can find a couple of them so I can get a head start on fishing all day, every day. We catch sharks on accident, but they're like baby 2 to 4 foot sharks. Ah. I've seen people surf fishing for sharks, and they go out on a paddle board, and they dump like a whole fish out there, like past the breakers. Have you seen that before? Like, they can't cast far enough to get it to shake at the shark area, so they go out on a paddle board with the bait like on the paddleboard, and then they drop it out there, and then they paddleboard back down like to the beach. Yeah. I don't know if it's legal, but they do it. Let's just assume that it's quasi-legal, right? Let's just assume that it's quasi-legal. Commander Renegade, welcome back. Good morning, good morning. Vesper, can you tell us about your favorite TTRPG character you've ever made? Ever? I made a dwarf archaeologist, and he was a rogue. And people kept calling him a thief or a rogue, and he kept telling people that, no, I'm an archaeologist. And he was fluent in Goblin. He got his PhD studying Goblin culture, and dwarves mocked him for it. But he spoke fluent Goblin tongue. No, Mr. V. I love the treasure hunter. That's like a classic, right? Who is that? Locke? Is that Final Fantasy 6? Based character. 6 is just an incredible Final Fantasy game. I'm a treasure hunter. No. He's like, I'm an archaeologist. Goblin D's linguistics. He did meet goblins. He did. The DM that I played for, I very rarely get to be a player, but the DM was so cool that like, basically, like anytime we met a goblin, they would start off hostile, right? But then I would like say hello to them, right? And it's like, you are so well versed in like goblin tongue that like they're more amused than anything else. They like, the goblins start laughing, and then they start talking to you. They're like, how do you know that? It's like, not only did my dwarf character know how to say hello in Goblin, I said it like in that Goblin clan's like vernacular, right? So they're like, oh shit, he knows our like idioms, right? I had the Goblin Riz, yeah. It's because I built that character to not be, yeah. Speaking of archaeologists, do you know Trezen from 40K? I don't. Tell me more about it. But yeah, my character got his PhD in goblin history, right? He's a goblin archaeologist. He's a fun Necron. He's a Necron? What? Wait. Tell me more. I know what a Necron is, and I know you shouldn't fuck with them. Trezen basically steals things to put in his museum, including whole soldiers. Oh, shit. What? Does he have a Space Marine? Does he have like a Space Marine? He has a Primarch in his no fucking shot. What? How? He has a clone Fulgrim. What? How did he catch him? How did he catch him? He has Chaos Marines in an infinite loop. Oh my god. He's a very good thief. I'm imagining like he goes up to like the Fulgrim clone, right? And the Fulgrim is like holding his bolt gun, his bolter, and he's like, "You're not taking this." And he's like, "Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I got bigger fish to fry." And he picks up the whole damn Space Marine and he just like carries him back to his house. What the fuck? He got yoinked. He yoinked the whole damn like Space Marine. What? Picture a 40k fan setting up dioramas, except he does that for real. He can throw out his captured beings like Pokemon in battle. Oh my god. Does he do the Japanese collector thing? You know what I'm talking about? One to stay in its packaging, one for daily use, and one just in case something happens, right? So he has to get 3 of them. He has to get 3. Just in case, right? One for daily use, one to stay in its original packaging, and one just in case. Daily use! One for display, one for use, one for saving. Yeah. An offsite backup. The 1, 2, 3 method of backing up your data. That's Trezen right there. Trezen? One for the jar. Box, hello. Good morning. I had a fun encountering a dude doing the hardcore challenge in WoW the other day. Told him I was playing the Tempest Guild and linked him your channel. I think he's a fan now. Box, thank you so much. Man, World of Warcraft is just good. I hope at least Metal stays with me on the journey to 60. We both hit 60 and then we could... My dream is to raid with the Tempura. I hope you guys are treating each other well, right? I mean, I'm sure I'm sure most of the people that I'm chatting with have played an MMO, right? Doesn't it just hurt to have like guild drama? It like hurts my soul, and it would hurt even more if it's like the Tempura, right? I hope you guys are like treating each other right, and there's no, yeah. I hope you guys treat each other right. Yeah. But I have no control. I have no control over that. I would love to raid with you guys. We can hit ZG, gear up, and then go into Molten Core with ZG gear. For those of you that don't know, ZG gear is like almost on par with Blackwing layer gear. In some cases, like it's better, right? Because you get the hit percent, like the plus to hit in ZG gear. So like if you, and like ZG didn't exist when Molten Core and Blackwing layer came out. I think they came out first, right? And it's like the catch up, or like where like you could go in with the, yeah, it's good. We'll hit up ZG first, and then we'll go straight into Molten Core and just like destroy it. Molten Core is actually quite tough if you're like under geared. If you're going in with like leveling gear and like 60 dungeon gear, it can be like kind of tough, but the ZG gear makes it a lot easier. Yeah. The bats are hell. Yenwei, thank you very much for the super chat. You enter the door to the north. You are now by yourself, standing in a dark room. The pungent stench of mildew emanates from the wet dungeon walls. I lick the walls to show the walls that they can't intimidate me. I'm not afraid of the walls. They failed their intimidation check on me. I lick the wall to show them that they have no control over me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Yenwei. I have to make everything into a bit. That's just my brain. I'm sorry. I hate being that player that tries to turn everything into a joke when the DM is like trying to tell a narrative, right? When the DM has like a story in mind and then like just one guy will not stop with the bits, like stop with the jokes, right? That's not how I play D&D. I play more serious. Lucha Dandy, thank you very much for the super chat. What's the likelihood that a Wild Wednesday ends in fishing? Thanks, Fess. Good chance. Why not? So far, we've like ended every session with death, but maybe we should do like a casual like fishing sesh. I can guarantee that'll happen if I'm the last man standing and everybody else quits and it's just me and the Tempera just like playing World of Warcraft every Wednesday, but we'll figure it out. Bang. Thank you very much for the super chat. Oh my god, he just ran in. Altare regarding Vesper and his moat-hinged WoW tactic. Alright. I don't think I'm the Leroy Jenkins of the group. I don't think I am. I think I'm the guy that goes, let me check. It's 33.33, repeating, of course, % chance of failure or success, right? I honestly think it's Axel, yeah. I think Axel would go AFK and get chicken and then come back and then just be like, I'm bored. And then he runs in, right? No. Battle is the one that's getting divine interventioned, and Magni is the one that divine interventions him, for sure. Without a shadow of a doubt, I know for sure that Battle is the one that gets DI'd, and Magni is the one that DI'd him, right? If you know, you know. If you know, you know. Who DI'd the rogue? Yeah, Battle's in like a glass case of emotion, which is divine intervention, and he's watching all of his friends die, right? He's like crying, right? He's like ugly crying behind the divine intervention wall. Like he's watching the entire guild get slaughtered and he's just crying. And then like one of the rookery keepers is like looking at him and he makes like lewd gestures towards Bettel. Like he's like, you're next, meat. Okay. Jort's Fortitude, thank you very much for the super chat. Good morning, good morning. I had a barbarian magic school dropout that could speak goblin and kept trying to talk about it with a group of goblin bandits. She was absolutely dog at charisma, so it didn't work out, but she tried. I know, she's a poser, right? I love that. That's a great character. She's like a poser. She's like, how do you do, fellow goblins? And they're just like not having it. I love it. It's good. And then Bettel right clicks off DI right before the mobs reset. Everyone gets wiped anyway, right? What if he clicks off DI, somehow survives, stealths to like the reser, and then has goblin jumper cables XL, and then he tries to goblin jumper cable, it fails, and then he draws aggro and dies, right? That's like the perfect like narrative of like Bettel being divine interventioned, right? He's like, wait, I got cables, and then he tries, and then like he dies. It fails and he dies. King Crimson, I love your name. My goblin-speaking paladin spent 3 in-game weeks converting the local goblin clan to bring peace between them and the local town. Oh, I love that. I love that. Meta, thank you very much for your super chat. Between the last WoW Wednesday and how cool everyone is in the guild, I felt motivated to play Classic with everybody. At the same time, felt like a boomer logging into current WoW. Everything is so different from what I remember. I hate the changes. I think I heard retail is like mixed bag, but But I am like kind of interested in trying it out. I think I would go back to classic after like 2 weeks, but I am interested in like checking out the new stuff, right? It's not fun, but I gotta try it out, right? I know for certain that I'm going back to classic, but I am like curious enough to try it out because I love that like you don't have to pay an extra 15, right? It's like bundled together. It's free real estate. And that's like my motivator. I didn't know that like you pay for classic and then you get the retail as well. Like the full retail. You don't need to buy any expansions. You don't need to do any of that garbage. You just like try it out, right? I didn't know that. Dagoth Urr, thank you very much for the super chat. I'm calling it now, Vesties. Space Marine 2 stream when it comes out. My body's ready. What say you, Vesties? I do want to try. I want to try a 40k game. I don't know if I could get the permissions, but I will try. All right. My gut instinct is that like the developer probably would be a little bit difficult to work, like to get the permissions. Yeah, that's why I don't want to get your hopes up, right? I will try. It's just you have to understand that like when you work for like big company, it's a little bit. Yeah, 40k games unfortunately have been historically mid except for a few handful. Advarsher, give me the skinny. What in your opinion is the best 40k game, video game? Do or do not, there is no try. Space Marine, Dawn of War, Mechanicus, Dawn of War 1, Dawn of War 2, Bolt Gun, Dark Crusade. Mechanicus slaps, but it needs some balance stuff. Oh, okay. Chaos Gate, Dark Tide. There's a lot. Battlefleet Gothic, Dawn of War, obviously. Mechanicus is like XCOM. Mechanicus is instantly like top of my list. Mechanicus? Had to say it. Mechanicus seems neat. All right. I want to get more tea. Could you give me like 1 minute to get tea? It'll start cooking and we can go back to chatting. We have a little bit of time left. I'm gonna buy the fishing gear on stream. I'm not gonna show you the website. I'm not gonna show you my credit card number, but we're reaching the end game of our. All right, I'll be right back. Give me 1 minute, 60 seconds. Be right back. I'm back. No BRB stream because I had exactly 60 seconds, right? This has been bugging me and I have to know, how would you react to finding our partner or friend had a tapeworm? Henry Banner Stark, thank you very much for the super chat. I don't think it would be the partner's fault, right? I would want to find out like how they got it, because they ate something that gave them tapeworm, and then I would destroy whatever gave them that tapeworm, right? They ate something that gave them that. And I would try to find out who gave it to him, and then I would, like, destroy that thing, right? Yeah. Right? Watotodal, welcome back. Thank you for the super chat. Just curious, was there any interest to ever play Deep Rock Galactic again with the boys? That collab was golden, so more would be amazing. I love that game. It was good. I think... Kind of, yeah. Maybe I should bring it up. Maybe I should bring it up and say like, hey, more of that? Rock and stone to the bone, brothers. Rock and stone. I kind of want to get good at that game before I try again, because I had no idea how to play that game. I kept dying. I died a lot more than anybody else, so I feel like I should learn that game before I play it. For Carl! Matthew, thank you for the super chat. Good morning, once again. I can see you as a tech priest, Vesper. Definitely see if you can get G-dub sperms, especially for Mechanicus. Mechanicus is the one that's jumping out at me. Since I've had people, like, I'm looking at the description of it, and it feels like something that would be, like, right up my alley. Yeah. The Phantom Knot, thank you very much for the super chat. If you want co-op 40k, there's Space Hulk Deathwing and Dark Tide. Former a bit more hardcore personally. Okay. Let's start buying the gear, right? Any suggestions for a good, reliable but not high-end surf rod? I tend to beat up my fishing gear. I baby my golf gear and my cycling gear, my bicycle gear, but I tend to beat up my fishing gear. I don't know why. So it can't be like too nice, right? Yes. We actually played Grounded as the first game that we played together when we like formed our group. We're like sitting in Discord and it's like, you guys want to play a game together? And it's like, yeah, what do you want to play? How about Grounded? What the fuck is Grounded? It's like, I don't know, it's like a multiplayer. It's kind of like Minecraft, but you're tiny. It's like, oh, okay. We played it and we were so bad at it. Bunny, thank you for the super chat. Random question, can you dance or do you have grandpa dance moves? I do not dance. I don't dance. I had an arc where like basically everybody I knew was getting married and I went to like 5 weddings in 1 year and I didn't dance at any of them. I ate the food, I brought a nice wedding gift, and then I fucked the hell off. I went back home. Relatable? Same, not gonna lie. Can you caramel dancing? Alright, I will make an exception for caramel dancing, alright? I want to see those grandpa moves. Not even the cha-cha slide? Yeah. Haka might be able to get me to do the Macarena. That's as far as I'll go, alright? If you ask Haka really nicely, you might see me do the Macarena. Maybe. What if he did like death metal Macarena? Think about that. Yeah, the Hakarena, right? But it's like death metal Macarena. Think about that. Think about it. That could go viral, right? Think about it. Okay. Give me your suggestions for $150 surf fishing rod, 7.5, 8 foot max. 8 foot max. Give me, and I would like a two piece. I have one piece fishing rods. For a lot of reasons they're better, but like I want like convenience, right? Give me your best suggestion for a 2-piece 8-foot long surf rod, medium heavy to heavy. $150 maximum, but I want it closer to 100. I know what reel I'm getting. I know what reel I'm getting. The 1 piece is real. The 2 piece is real. What is this math problem? Well, you see, son, I don't know what you're talking about. All right, pouring my tea. Am I Buggy the Clown? Am I Buggy the Clown? We are chat, not chat GPT. True. Stop mining me for user data. Am I Buggy the Clown? The essential characteristic to Buggy the Clown's character is that he is captain of a crew where the average fighting power of his crew members is higher than himself, right? His crew, each individual member of his crew has a good chance of being stronger than he is, right? Because he kind of like bamboozled his way into like a world-class like pirate crew, right? Does that mean you guys are stronger than me? I'm just like a weak, decrepit old grandfather. And you could like, there's a good chance that like you could beat the crap out of me 1v1. Yeah? Buggy my pirate king. Pirate god. King Buggy D Clown. He's just a little guy. Fair. Vasilka, thank you very much for the super chat. In my home place, there's a kind of fishing called prawning. They dump shrimps into a swimming pool. You fish the shrimps up from the pool. Let them cook the shrimps for you. It's more interactive dinner than fishing. Interesting. Do you use a net? If you're like catching shrimp, you're probably not using like a fishing rod, right? You're probably like using a net to catch them, right? That's kind of cool. I like that. That's pretty cool. Heathens! Usopp is Lord and Savior. It's a rod? Interesting. What do you bait it with? Because shrimp are like filter feeders, right? Unless you're like a pistol shrimp. The most based shrimp of all, right? Pistol shrimp are like pretty cool. I once had a prawn break my hook. Huh. You know what a pistol shrimp is? Yamato Nikishima. Let me tell you about the pistol shrimp, right? The pistol shrimp has one claw that's like stubby, and it's got like a little like crevasse in the middle, like the joint in between the two claw pieces of the claw, right? And it can snap its claw shut, and that bubble, like that little like crevasse shoots out a stream of bubbles that like pop so quickly it creates like some kind of like sonic wave, and it like stuns objects. It stuns fish at range. It's crazy. It's crazy. It has like a ranged stun from its claw, and it stuns fish, and then it eats the fish. It's a ranged stun ability. Yeah. Milo, I will accept the mantis shrimp as being cooler because the mantis shrimp doesn't give a fuck and they regularly hurt humans, right? The mantis shrimp and the bobbit worm give no fucks. They'll attack anything. You know what a mantis shrimp is? They can shatter aquarium glass. They're like the spearmen of the fishing world, right? The mantis shrimp is literally born to fight, right? Absolute menaces. Nature's monsters. They spear fish, yeah. Bobbit worms are a nightmare. Yeah, they kind of are. Okay. So you're saying I'd lose a fight with a shrimp? I'm not saying you would lose a fight with a shrimp. I'm just saying it's not worth it, right? Jess, there's something called a Pyrrhic victory, right? I'm just saying, like, if you were to go toe to toe with a mantis shrimp and a pistol shrimp, you might win, but it wouldn't be worth it, right? You might win, but it wouldn't be worth it, right? And that's really all they need to get people to, like, back off, right? I feel like that's the law of, like, being alive and protecting yourself, right? You don't have to be the strongest person in the world, because if you're the strongest person in the world, you kind of paint a target on your forehead, right? If you're, like, strong, people will want to take you down. You don't need to be the strongest. You just need to make sure that anybody that fucks with you will be like, it wasn't worth it afterwards, right? You just gotta make sure that it's not worth it. Dagoth, thank you very much for the super chat. Ballin', but at what cost? Everything. You have to be ready to sacrifice everything to be ballin'. Vesper's Toe Jam Sandwich, thank you very much for the super chat. Some are born great. Shanks, some achieve greatness. Luffy. Some have greatness thrust upon them. Buggy. Okay. I'm gonna put chat off to the side. I can still see what you guys are writing, but I'm bringing up. I'm gonna buy some fishing gear. I can't tell you where I usually buy my tackle gear. Because, you know, I don't want to advertise, right? Let's do the sabiki rod first. Sabiki rod. No sabiki. All right, I guess I can't go to my go-to. Shit, am I gonna have to buy it on Amazon? Shit. He hurls us. God, do I want a 7-foot sabiki rod? I want like a 6-footer max. It's too big. It's too thick. Actually, now that I think about it, the sabiki rod has to be one piece, right? The sabiki rod, like, has to be one piece, right? Or else it doesn't make sense. Then what's the point of a sabiki rod? Seven, 8. 8, 7. There's no 6-footer? The one piece is indeed real. Indeed rod. Does it exist? 6-foot sabiki rod. 7. I mean, I have a car that can put stuff in the back, right? I could do a 7-footer. Mihawk rod. You're a one piece. Piche. True, but mantis shrimp have been known to punch through steel. No shot, really? So, Mr. Plane, I feel like if I could disassemble the sabiki rod into 2 pieces, it kind of defeats the point of a sabiki rod, which is to keep the sabiki rig clean and untangled inside of the rod, like in between uses, right? Basically, like, it prevents it from getting tangled, prevents, like, me from, like, hooking myself, right? And I don't need to buy, like, a new rig every time I go out there. I might get, like, a 7-foot boy. In which case, if I'm gonna get a 7-foot boy, why not get a 7-foot, like, one-piece rod, right? Although I already have one. If a mantis shrimp hits you, you will no longer be able to experience an afterlife. You only go as far as your flesh will carry you. That's some dark lore. That's some incredibly dark lore. Okay. Fine. I'll get the 7-footer. this is like multiple pieces. What the heck? And this is like one piece. You know what? Why not buy like multiple pieces and then like I just like never need to mess with like imagine if I like go on a flight and I'm like flying somewhere, I should be able to disassemble the sabiki rod and easily like put it in, right? Just throw it into like you know, and just travel with it, right? Right? I think. Let's do it. I need to make sure that it's the right kind of rod though. Yeah, it's got the little like, yeah. Okay, got it. Okay, add to cart. Now, I know what reel I want. Okay. So I either want a Shimano Ultegra spinning reel for my Pier fishing setup or a Syrios, Shimano Syrios. What are you guys thinking? I would love to go fishing with Yago. I would accept that in lieu of golfing, right? Because the fishing in Japan, I heard, is like pretty base. We could get Ippo to like take us on like a charter fishing, right? Could you imagine? It's like me, Yago, and like Ippo at the wheel. He's like, he took over his mom's like fishing business, and we just go out there fishing. Think about it. Should I get Ultegra or Syrios? Shimano Syrios. And let's do like a $5. I'm gonna get a Syrios. Grandpa, can we get a harpoon? Don't tell your parents. I'll get you a harpoon. Don't tell your parents. Super nice reel. Great reel. Inshore fishing in South Florida. It's versatile. Snook, redfish, tarpon, and more. We'll buy more in the future. Feels like a mini Stella. Okay. We buy the 5K. Add to cart. Water, harpoon, earth, spear. What are the other elements? Fire. Addle. Addle. Air, harpoon. No, not harpoon. Trident. Fire, dynamite. The lance. No. The lance is for men. The lance is a man killer. Okay. Surf rod. Heavy. The elusive manfish. Okay. What kind of brand do I want to hit? I do love me some St. Croix. Can I get a decent St. Croix, like, fishing? Oh my god, they're expensive. Woo! Maybe not St. Croix. Let's get Shimano. Shimano reel, Shimano rod. The Speedmaster surf rod. 12 foot long. Too long. Speedmaster. I've been to the St. Croix factory. Very nice rods. I do love me. I think my favorite fishing rod that I've ever had is a one-piece, six foot long St. Croix rod. I caught a lot of fish on that bad boy. It's good stuff. Okay. Let's go check it out. Renewed your permit? You don't need a permit for pier fishing. It's pretty great. Let's go. Some places you do. Yeah, surf fishing you do usually need a permit. Yeah. Have you ever heard of Cast King and think about getting one of their reels but haven't had much time to research? I typically just go with Shimano. It just works, right? And like Shimano is not that expensive. It's not like crazy expensive. For me, like I'm a Shimano fanboy. I think I always will be. It's not just like the fishing. It's not just for the fishing gear. It's also like bicycling gear. Like Shimano is just good. It's just like well made. It's not that expensive. It's durable. The replacement parts are easy to get. It's just like all around. Ainsley, thank you for the 20 gifted memberships. Holy smokes. Thank you. What makes a good fishing rod? Okay, I'll give you my like, I might be wrong, right? If there's more experienced anglers, you can go ahead and just be like, actually like this, right? I love learning about new stuff, but in my opinion, the first point of failure are the guides. The line guide, you know what I'm talking about? Like when you have a fishing rod and there's the little like circles that are like built into the rod, right? That you pull the line through, right? That's the first point of failure. Like whenever I do that, the rod guides always, that's the first point of failure. So I always make sure that like those are like decent quality. The eyelets, yeah. If you can avoid it, you should get a one piece and not a two piece. Because adding that joint where you attach two pieces of the rod into one, that's adding a point of failure. So if you have a car, if you have a vehicle that will allow you to have like a 6 foot long rod, which I do, right? Then you should buy a one piece whenever you can. But if you can't, a two piece is perfectly fine as well. It's okay. Whatever gets you out there, right? Yeah. If it was a bad fishing rod, then we wouldn't be sitting here discussing it with you, now would we? Okay. Inshore rod, heavy. Fenny. Ooh, a Hurricane Redbone. I've heard good things about these. Not for sale. All right. My brain is a loop of Team Fortress 2 memes. Basically, yeah, basically. Cast King, Falcon. Should I get a St. Croix? Should I splurge? Let's look at it. Inshore. It's expensive. I don't know. Shimano is fine. Yeah. Let's look at it. Let's check it out. Oh, they got the 7-footer. How expensive are we talking? A little bit. What do we do if not to splurge for when we want to? After all, why not? Why shouldn't you splurge? Yeah. Yeah. What's the, how much lure weight can I throw? 1 1/4? I need it to be a little bit heavier than that. I want to be able to throw 2 ounce out there. No, not a casting rod. I want a spinning rod. Medium, heavy. Yeah, I can throw 2 at this bad boy. That's a casting rod. It's got the little trigger on it. This is not a spinning rod. You mother clucker. Trying to trick me? Wonder if you could fish with a tungsten cube? Oh my god. Papa, please buy us a tungsten cube. No. No. Okay. Do I do it? St. Croix Triumph inshore spinning rod. 7 foot long, heavy, fast, 1 piece. And it can throw 2 ounces of lead. You can throw 2 ounces out there. Have you caught your 10,000 mode carp yet? Crush me? I understand that reference. I personally never got a Liu Shang's fishing rod, but I helped my best Final Fantasy XI friend get it. I did. I made a bunch of the, what are they called again? The bait balls? You make it with like corn, right? You make it with corn and then you fish up a moat carp and yeah. What are those bait balls called? You made it with corn. I remember that. You get a key item lit that tells you to get a life when you finish the quest. I mean, fair, right? Fair. I've never played, but I've heard that meme before. If you've played 14, I'm sure they've like lampshaded it, right? The best fishing rod in the game was Liu Shang's fishing rod, and you needed to fish the most worthless fish in the game to get it. You needed to fish 10,000 moat carp to get it. And like, it wasn't even that much better than the Mithra fishing rod, right? I guess that's some of the rarest titles in the game, but my favorite was Carpe Diem. Carp Diem. Seize the carp. No. Carpe Diem. Seize the day. Carp Day. Carp Day. Yo. Eugil, can I ask if you were like one of the real ones? Do you remember the bug that they patched out where you could fish up a rusty cap? Do you remember rusty cap fishing? You could just like, it was like printing money, right? You could desynth rings. Yeah. It was like printing money, right? Do you remember Rabao? There were like a gajillion people at that hot spring in Rabao. Oh yeah. I was not a bot. I was real and I was doing it. I was all in on the rusty cap fishing. All right. I'm thinking this. Line weight 2 to 25. Shimano Spheros. What's the recommended line weight for a 5,000 series Spheros? Give me. Show me. Sushi fish hunting. Bass or bream. Maybe some squid. Squid sushi was like bang for buck. My favorite fishing sushi. Haka. Hello. Good morning. Haka. Are we chatting today? Are we... Did I go a little bit over? Haka, are we chatting today? Are you free? This is actually perfect. This is actually pretty good. I sent you a message about that. All right. Let's check the message. Postpone. Oh, I got it. Yeah. I'm good for that. Let's do it. Add to cart. Spinning rod. Inshore. Add to cart. You love to see it. Proceed to cart. No thank. Bjorn the Atlantean Guard, thank you very much for the super chat. Have you ever tried fishing with an axe just out of curiosity? No, can't say that I have. What do you do? How does it work? I am Vesper Noir, and this is my rod. It cost $400,000 to cast this line for 12 seconds. Okay. Man, Amazon really wants me to get Prime. Well, I need Prime, or I'm not going to be able to get it in time. Can I even get in time to fish? Tuesday? Oh no. Someone touched Sasha. Who touched my rod? What kind of reel should I use for a sabiki rod? I actually don't know because I've never owned one. What kind of reel for sabiki rod? Which reel for a sabiki rod? I like a spinning reel, but the next guy says he hates them. It's your choice. Oldest, cheapest spinning reel I have that gets sabiki duty. A 2,500 to 3,000 on 10-pound test does it just fine. Yeah, that sounds about right. I got reels that do that. Attach axe to rope, throw rope at fish, then scream angry. All right, let's go ahead and try to Amazon search fishing axe. Well, I'll be damned. There's a fishing axe. It looks like a pickaxe. Oh no, it's an ice fishing axe. Damn, fishing is a whole other science. What pound test are we talking here when you tie it to the axe? Bjorn, what pound test are we talking here that you're tying to the axe? I'm guessing like 20-pound mono. You don't want braid because you'll cut your finger off. 20-pound test, good to start. Why don't you just shoot the fish? Absolutely. Paracord. Does shooting a fish work? I think I've got a reel that I could use for sabiki duty. So we're good. I know just the one. So I've got a heavy fishing rod. It can throw 2 ounces of lead out there. I've got a Shimano Syrios 5000, and I've got a sabiki rod, which I've wanted for years, but I could never really justify it. They were like over $100 for one when I was into fishing a lot. Now it's only $60. It's pretty good. All right, I think I'm ready to buy it. Wait. Ew. This is not from Amazon. Okay. Shimano Syrios 5000. Give me the Amazon one. No. No. I keep hearing Shimano is in the Lancer Corporation. Shimano? Yeah, I know what you're talking about. If you want to be really fancy, use wires and attach to car battery. Scream in the name of the Thunder God. Interesting. Just saying, Vesper, if you ever wanted to play TF2 for a member stream with the Vesties, I wouldn't complain. I'd love to market garden grandpa. Ooh. League? Team Fortress 2? It's like he's actually an old man. Give me the Amazon. Please. Damn, should I get like the 4? Come on. We've got a Quake server. Oh my god. Could you even imagine? Show me the Amazon one. No. No. Prime. Used? Come on! Come on! Alright. Maybe not the Syrios then. Maybe we're going Shimano Ultegra 5000. Ooh. Ooh, that looks nice. Vesper equals engineer. What the fuck am I listening to? Okay. What the hell is this? I don't wanna. What class would you play? I gotta be the medic. I gotta be the medic, right? I have to be the medic. Do you want to get healed by Grandpa? I'd be medic. I'm going to saw through your bone. He supports us. Okay. I might have to go fishing next weekend then. I don't think I'll be able to get what I need. Should I get a 4,000? Damn. No, this doesn't ship from Amazon. Damn it. Come on, man. I'm just a little guy. Come on. Come on. Hey. With your shirt. 10mm taco? I love that name. What fishing line are you getting? I recommend Power Pro braided line or Seaguar. I like braided line for Pier fishing. I do. What I like to do is braided line on the reel, and then I get like what is it called? Fluorocarbon for the leader. And then I typically do like a Carolina rig for my like, if I'm dead sticking, I like the Carolina rig. Do you cook the fish you catch? Yes. I'm always like, I don't really sport fish that much. I don't really sport fish that much. High vis or low vis? I like the high, but I when I'm pier fishing, I want people to see my line going into the water, right? What's the biggest fish that I've ever caught? I caught salmon with my uncle in Alaska. That might be the biggest. I've gone deep sea fishing. I haven't caught like a bluefin tuna. I've caught like a yellow. I've caught yellow. Those might be the two biggest that I've caught. Yeah. The biggest fish that I've ever caught on land was like a big old fat catfish. You know what I'm talking about? Like a fatty. Like a big fat catfish. It was like too big. The meat wasn't like tasty anymore, right? You want like a big old chunker, right? Yeah. Did you noodle for it? No. I don't noodle for catfish. I don't want to lose my fingers to like a freaking snapping turtle, right? Catfish tastes like soil to me. Yeah, but if you bread it and turn it into a catfish nugget, it tastes like deep fried soil. And you can deep fry anything and it tastes delicious. I could deep fry my vest and give it to you, and you would be like, that's the most delicious vest that I've ever eaten. Yeah. Okay. I am like begging you. I'm begging you. Give me a $5. Do I have to order it from like... Why does Amazon make it so hard to buy stuff? They're like constantly recommending junk. I feel like they might... 'Damn. 'Cause, 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 'cause Legend of Vesper noodling vlog for 500k subscribers. Are you saying if I hit 500k, I have to go noodling? I don't think it's worth losing my fingies, dude. How would I game? Mr. Plain, thank you very much for the super chat. I appreciate it, but I don't know, man. I don't know. Funny situation, we accidentally pulled a sea lion out of the water. Not funny. May I recommend Marlin? Bjorn, you caught a sea lion? Those are the big ones, right? Sea lion are like 8 feet long, right? The seal is like a coveted like round boy and not too big. And a sea lion is like 7 feet long, right? They're like gigantic. Those guys are mean. You don't... Holy smokes. Scared of losing your fingers? Not a real gamer. I'm not. Sea elephants are even crazier? Oh my god. They're meaty tubes. Sea lions aren't mean. What the fuck? They're super chill. Are they? Dugong? But how? I don't know. I don't know. Okay. Okay. Just take me back to the... Just take me back to this one. Yeah. Okay. Add to cart. Okay. I think we're good. I'll buy this and then I'll go fishing. Why don't I just buy like the sabiki rig? Buy a good one. Because I'm sure mine are all like super rusty now, right? Hayabusa. Mixed flash sabiki. Okay. We're good. Fly fishing is super hard. Yeah. 500k gold stream from inside the Bass Pro Shop pyramid? No. Dino J, I'll do you one better. 500k goal, meet that. I climb the outside of the Bass Pro Shop pyramid and I get arrested. I climb to the top. Think about that. Think about it. The Holy Land. Don't let him cook. Okay, I'm buying it right now. Proceeding to checkout. No, thank you. The sacred grounds. Management would have a heart attack. They would. They like literally would. Okay. Okay. I think I'm ready. I think I'm ready. Oh, this is good gear. This is like not the best gear I've ever bought, but like the best gear I've ever bought for like getting drunk on a pier, right? If you're like, if I'm fishing for like largemouth bass, which I don't do that much anymore because it's sport fishing, you don't eat LMB. They're kind of gross, right? They're not good for eating. I mean, if you're starving to death, yeah, you could eat them, but like that's a sport fishing fish, right? I don't really do that much anymore because I try to eat everything I catch, and I would rather not eat one of those, right? Yeah. All right. We're in it. We're placing the order. We're good? We're good. Wait. I just want to make sure I don't get the wrong thing. Do you do this, dude? You get paranoid? It's like, what if you put the wrong one in the cart? Skill issue? Skill issue. Skill issue. Especially something costly, right? Yeah. Are we getting Mickey D's with that spear? Yeah. I'll catch you like a Big Mac. I'll catch you like a Big Mac, and it's like, here you go. Here you go. Cold Canadian, take your Big Mac. And then like I put this, I like point the spear at you, like pointy end first, and there's like a Big Mac at the end of it, right? Like a raw, wiggly, not raw, like a freshly caught, still wiggling Big Mac, but like I'm an old man, so like the spear is like shaking, and it's like hard for you to like grab it, right? You're worried about like cutting yourself like on the spearhead, and you're just like, and then like I'm like an old man, I'm like, and like the spear is like shaking because my hands are like shaky, right? And you're like, how do I get the Big Mac off the, how do I get it off like without cutting myself, right? There's a forbidden robot lure on top of the Bass Pro Shop pyramid. Only people who can cast a good line to the top of the pyramid can get it. It's like an AI driven lure, right? I've lost track on your madness. Yeah, I'm getting kind of unhinged. Let's go ahead and buy it. Heavy, fast, one piece. Boom. Proceed to checkout. Actually, I'm already at the checkout. All right, we place the order. Order has been placed. I don't think I'm gonna get it in time to fish this weekend. This coming Monday, Tuesday, I don't think I'll get it in time. But next weekend, I will go fishing, and then I'll do like a fishing report. All right. Most hinged Vesper stream. I think so too. I think so too. I don't think I said anything crazy. I think I bought my fishing gear. Fish pics, please. You know, Moopod, I don't know if that's a good idea, because definitely you can place the location based on like the fish, right? Fish are very much like, you can tell. But if I catch one that I can eat, I will cook it, and then I will take a picture of the food. So I will take a picture of the fish if I catch one and eat it, right? If I censor the fish face and then also the anal fin, wouldn't that be kind of funny? It's not yabai. Shut up. It's a part of the fish. That's what they call it. That's what they call it. All right. I showed you my trout. Please respond. Thank you, Shiki. Nice trout, bro. Okay. Who's streaming right now? Who's streaming right now? I wanna redirect into one of the boys, and then I have work to do. I just have so much work. No problem, no problem. Happy to stream. Oh! One thing that I forgot. All right. The regulars that like this stream time. The EU Vesties. I wanna bring something up, okay? And if a lot of you guys are like, no, then we won't, okay? I want to do... This is Saturday, right? I'm considering doing a little change for Saturday streams, right? Saturday morning at 10 a.m. I'm thinking of doing like a 30-minute stream where I look at like a couple good fan art, like 5 to 10. I think I'm gonna have my manager, like, if they can look through my fan art tag and pick ones that are like safe to show, and then they're like, these are good, like show these, and then like, you know, look at the fan art and be like, yeah, it's beautiful fan art, thank you so much for making it, right? Like a fan art review for about 30 minutes, right? Like a nice short boy, right? 30 minutes to 1 hour only, like not a long stream, right? And then in the evening, which is more convenient to like Asia time, I do my Zatsudan in the evening. So I'm actually only adding about 30 minutes to an hour, and then I can do a Zatsudan for like, that's more convenient to people that are in Asia, right? Because I honestly think like, it sucks that like, the Vesties that live in Asia like have to watch me at like 3 in the morning, right? Anybody like, sounds neat? Because you do, well, Lottie, you get the Wednesday Zatsudan at 10 a.m., right? So the EU Vesties will still get a Zatsudan, and it'll be on Wednesday, right? Because right now I do 2 Zatsudans in a week, and both of them are like EU time, right? Any vetoes? Any hard vetoes? That's good. I would still do an EU friendly stream on Saturday morning, right? The 10 a.m. stream, it's just going to be like a short 30-minute to 1 hour stream. I look at fan art. We have a good time, like gushing over how good the art is, and then I'll do the evening. Everything good? Sounds good? All in favor? I'm okay with this? Okay. All right. Okay. Then I think I will play around with that. Maybe not next week because I need to talk to my manager about it, but maybe the week after, right? Yeah, Bunny, I have to think about burnout, but I think like if it's just a 30-minute stream, it's only adding 30 minutes, right? It's just 30 minutes. Quick adventure, in and out, 30 minutes, right? And I can't show all of the fan art, right? It has to be like 5, maybe 5 or 10. Yeah. Is Dredge gonna be a long stream? I don't know for sure. I've got a lot of stuff that I need to work on. The old in, out, in, out. Yeah. All right. Probably not this coming Saturday because I need to talk to my manager about it, and it's Golden Week and they deserve to spend time with their family and have a good vacation because they work hard over there, right? They work like super hard. I mean, like all across Asia, like they just work way too hard. They work so hard. And like if this is like they deserve the break, so I'm not gonna push it, but maybe like 2 weeks from now, like we'll think about it. All right. Okay. All right, then you guys seem to be cool with it, so we'll play around with it, and if we're not cool with it, I'm always flexible. We'll try it out, and if people are like, nah, I don't like this, if like the vast majority of the vets users are like, nah, I don't like it, then we can switch back, right? There's nothing wrong with switching back, but yeah. Okay. Huh. None of the boys are streaming. None of the boys. Well, Ollie Senpai is streaming. You guys want to see Ollie play Minecraft? Ollie Senpai is streaming. You guys okay with that? We good? Oh, she's ending? I always seem to like... It's probably just like a timing issue, right? Oh, she's ending? Yeah. Okay. Who is the boy that's gonna stream... Who is the boy that's gonna stream... No. I don't wanna pressure... No. Have you heard Axel's Shota voice? I may or may not have heard his voice. I will not comment. Flayon? All right, let's go ahead and redirect. Public watch along? Fanfic reading? What's his like upcoming stream? 3 hours. Damn. We should raid because it's funny. Oh shit. Mountain Blade 2 Bannerlord. Oh, fuck it. Why not? You guys okay with it? None of the JP boys are streaming, I don't think. None of the JP boys that I can raid, right? Redirect. Mountain Blade, I want to play. I want to do... But I want to do the Game of Thrones mod of it. But I don't think we can do that. We're not allowed to... You know, the mods issue, right? A little bit sticky, right? Okay, let's go. No message. Be polite because you know it's out of company, right? You wanna keep it polite. Nothing too crazy, all right? Just be polite. All right, take care, everybody. Goodbye.